Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of 10 Minutes English, where we dive into the ideas and quotes that inspire us to become our best selves. I'm Zach, your host for today, and with me is the wonderful Emma. How are you doing, Emma?
Hi, Zach. I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to chat about today's quote. It's one of my all-time favorites.
Mine too. So, let's get right into it. The quote we're discussing today is by Steve Jobs. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. What are your initial thoughts on that, Emma?
Zach, this quote really hits home for me. I think it captures the essence of what makes work feel less like a chore and more like a calling. When you genuinely love what you do, you're not just putting in the hours, you're pouring your heart into it. It's like your work becomes an extension of who you are.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And it's funny because so many people think that to achieve greatness, they need to find some magic formula or strategy. But really, it boils down to passion, doesn't it? Loving what you do makes those long hours and tough days worthwhile.
Exactly. It's like when you're passionate about something, you're willing to go the extra mile, even if it means staying up late or working on weekends. It doesn't feel like a sacrifice because you're driven by something deeper. What about you, Zach? Have you ever experienced that kind of passion in your own work?
Oh, definitely. I remember when I started my first business. There were days when I was exhausted, and the challenges seemed impossible. But the love I had for what I was building kept me going. It didn't matter how tired I was. I'd wake up the next morning feeling energized and ready to tackle anything because I truly believed in what I was doing.
That's so inspiring. And I think that's the difference between people who excel and those who just get by. When you love your work, you're not just chasing a paycheck or a promotion. You're chasing the feeling of creating something meaningful. Have you noticed how people who love their work seem to radiate energy?
Oh, absolutely. It's contagious, isn't it? You can feel their enthusiasm, and it motivates everyone around them. That's why I think loving what you do isn't just good for you. It's good for your team, your company, even your family. It creates this ripple effect that makes a positive impact far beyond just yourself.
Totally. And I've met people who say, but I don't know what I love. How do I find my passion? I think it's important to remind them that it's okay not to have all the answers right away. Sometimes loving what you do is about bringing love into whatever you do, finding joy in the process, and letting your passion grow from there.
That's such a great point, Emma. Passion isn't always this lightning bolt moment. Sometimes it's a slow burn that develops over time. It's about experimenting, being curious, and giving yourself permission to explore different things without the pressure to get it right immediately.
Yes, and once you find that thing that lights you up, it's like a switch flips. You stop counting the hours and start counting the moments that make you feel alive. That's when the magic happens. And that's when you start doing truly great work.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Emma. So, if there's one takeaway for our listeners today, it's this. Don't just settle for work that pays the bills. Strive for work that fills your heart, your soul, and your life with meaning, because that's where greatness lives.
Absolutely, Zach. When you love what you do, every challenge becomes an opportunity, every setback a lesson, and every success a reason to keep pushing forward. That's what makes the journey so rewarding.
Well said, Emma. And on that note, we'll wrap up today's episode. Remember, everyone, the only way to do great work is to love what you do. So, go out there and find what sets your soul on fire. Thanks for joining us, Emma. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you, Zach. It's been amazing chatting with you, and I hope our listeners feel inspired to chase their passion and do great work.
Until next time, folks, keep loving what you do and stay inspired. Take care.